Hey there, I'm Elizabeth Joyce, a screenwriter, producer, and co founder of Intrinsic Entertainment Collaborative. My dangerous NonDe idea is cooperative economics. Let me back up. I'll start with Hollywood and its marriage of convenience between artists and financiers. Like any marriage, business, economy, or government, Hollywood is only functional when it's in equilibrium. Good marriages and good economies depend on balance. Whether in your home, Hollywood, or Washington, D.C., market mechanisms only work when opposing forces are in states of equilibrium. When one party in a relationship hoards power or money or refuses to find equitable solutions to mutual problems, disequilibrium occurs. Let's imagine what disequilibrium in Hollywood might look like. Let's pretend there's a company. We'll call it Schwetflix. This is completely made up. Pretend the guy who started Schwetflix had $2 million extra lying around, and that was his startup money. And he knew a bunch of venture capitalists, and they invested more money. And they used their shit tons of combined money to amass a huge audience. They started small, mailing DVDs to people's houses. It was less good than Blockbuster because you had to plan a week ahead, but their capital expenditures were way lower, so that meant they won and Blockbuster closed. Then more VCs gave them money, and they built a streaming platform and made everyone pay a monthly fee, even if they didn't watch much. Then they bought up all the new independent films, artificially inflated prices, and put a bunch of other buyers out of business. Once all their competition was murdered, they stopped paying artists almost anything for films. Again, this is total fiction. The point of this fairy tale is that if you have your own $2 million and you have a bunch of friends who have their own $2 million, it's not that hard to put everyone in your neighborhood out of business. And once everyone's out of business, then you get even more money. You own the audience, you own production, you own distribution, and then if you're a real asshole, you might buy a legacy studio so you could bring Silicon Valley and shitification straight to the beating heart of the film industry. Jeez, I got so wrapped up in this fairy tale I forgot why I started. Oh, right, the economics of business. So, if a company did all that, why wouldn't someone who cared about the future of filmmaking just make an alternative? And the answer is startup capital and the lack of infrastructure for anyone who wants to start a regular business with nice profits and do good things and treat people fairly. The challenge for businesses outside the gilded halls of venture capital is that all new businesses need startup money. However, unless you connect with the tiny handful of impact investors, equity investment is only offered in exchange for promises of exponential returns, and debt requires collateral or revenue history. So, what is a non dependent minded maker to do? In the US, we've been sold a false bill of goods, which is that the only two economic options are unrestrained capitalism or feel good philanthropy. My dangerous idea is that we reject this binary and apply the same creativity to our business design that we do to our art. I think it's time we stop ceding the economic high ground to people who think empathy is a weakness and start building the infrastructure for an interdependent world. The way we do this is by building businesses where economic vitality and economic justice are seen not as mutually exclusive, but mutually dependent. What I propose for artists, and really anyone who wants to do their work but doesn't dream about subordinating the masses, is cooperative ownership. There are different types of co ops. The one people tend to be most familiar with are food co ops, where workers and user members distribute profits equitably between labor and capital. The most relevant kind for filmmakers are marketing co ops, where diverse members share resources in a way that gives everyone access to larger markets and higher profits than they could reach individually. I propose we engage in cooperative audience building. Assuming no one here has $2 million and an insatiable appetite for expansion, our next best bet is to collaboratively build infrastructure for audience sharing. In practice, this means building a marketing platform with a cooperative ownership model. That means the company is owned democratically by workers, customers, and investors together. I'm thrilled to say that we at Intrinsic have partnered with Cactus Lab, the team behind Letterboxd, to build just such a platform. We're working with an incredible team of advisors to shape an ownership structure that will ensure this platform is community centered. That's why we're calling it Community Center, and we hope you'll join us. We've put together a guide on resources for cooperative ownership that we'll make available on Substack. You can also sign up on our website to join our first cohort of Community Center members. We hope this is the beginning of lots of collaboration and dangerous creative thinking about economic infrastructure. Thanks.